Hi all, Tracy here with 3 Wick Thesis, and for today's video I'm going to be exploring with you Scooby-Doo's collab with Goose Creek. There are 6 candles in the line. Here's a picture from the website. These launched back in December and I ordered them very first day. They just arrived yesterday, so it took a little bit to get here. But they're here, I have all 6, and I'm going to walk you through the different scents and also highlight how I think a couple of these are dupes of some of the most popular or very popular candles from Bath & Body Works. And I'll recommend getting the Goose Creek ones because they're cheaper. So let's start with this first one here. It's called On the Road to Romance, and all of these labels are so cute. I did not watch Scooby-Doo growing up. My husband is a huge fan, and he's just in it for the nostalgia, which is good for me, because I'm in it for the candles, of course. But if you love Scooby-Doo, you are going to be blown away by this line. They're just such cute labels. I love the coloring. It's very retro. So this one's On the Road to Romance, and this one, scent notes are spun blackberry sugar, sparkling tangerine, and vanilla sandalwood. And I'll note, too, that in parentheses, it's called Berry Romantic. I don't know if that's like a different name for it, or this is like a relabel of an older candle, not sure, but it does have his second name there. So this one, you get a hint of brightness, I think probably from the blackberry, a little bit of sweetness. I guess the brightness could also come from the tangerine, but I get a lot of vanilla and sandalwood from this. The sandalwood is a little bit on the perfumey side also, which I like sandalwood when it's more earthy or when it's balanced with something that kind of tones down its edge. But this one's just a little too perfumey for me. All of the wax on these candles, it's white. This one has kind of these stiffer, I think if you trim it, it becomes really ropey, so they'll kind of mushroom at the top. Wicks. There is one I think that has a core wick in it, but this one's more of a ropey. So this one, I lamped it. It wasn't super strong, so I think if you're interested in kind of a mild sandalwood or mild vanilla, kind of a brighter scent, this would be good. It doesn't have strong throw. But I also struggled a bit to make sense of how what I was smelling was what the scent notes were on the bottom. And I had this same issue with Goose Creek's Spiderwebs candle that was also supposed to have blackberry in it. I just remember not smelling blackberry, so either I'm nose blind to their blackberry notes or they don't do blackberry notes well. I think it could go either way. So this one for me is a pass. And maybe it would smell different if I burned it, but I'm going to pass on burning it. Yeah, not for me, but I think, label's cute. Other people might like it. Okay, next one I'm going to talk about. This one is Follow Your Heart. I love this label. Of course, it's blue. It's my favorite color that Goose Creek does in labels. But then look, he's got a little magnifying glass, and he's kind of following the trail of Valentine's Day hearts. And all of these have these little like gold hearts. I don't know if the detail comes through, but they're gold and kind of shimmery. And then this one also white wax with the ropey wicks. So the scent notes on this one are sheer vanilla, whipped cocoa, and cloud musk. And this also has a different name in parentheses, vanilla sweetheart. And this one, I really just get musk. And it's a soft musk. It's subtle, which I assume is why they're calling it cloud musk. It's not super strong, hit you in the face with, that kind of musky, earthy note, which can sometimes be cologne-y. It's not a cologne scent to me. And you definitely get the vanilla. I don't get cocoa. I don't get cocoa at all. And when I lamped this one, also didn't get cocoa. And I will say, too, not a good thrower. Super mild. So I would say if you like musk and vanilla, but you don't necessarily want them to overpower your space, then this would be a good go-to. Because I think it's well balanced. I think it does both vanilla and musk really well. Neither one, shows up the other. They're pretty good together. But I like vanilla and musk. I kind of want a powerhouse. And I would have loved for that cocoa to come through more than what it does. So I think, this one I might keep just for the label color. Again, my husband loves Scooby-Doo, and I live blue, and I like vanilla and musk, but it's not one that I'm necessarily going to go to. It's not one that I'm super excited about. But good if you're kind of dabbling in vanilla and musk. Okay, this one is called Be My Boo, also named Strawberry Cupcake, and this one has kind of a darker pink label. Scooby's holding a Valentine in his mouth. Same thing, it's got the hearts all the way around. Right. I think it shows up a little bit more red in my camera, but I think it's more of like a fuchsia or like a pink color than it is red. Also the white with the ropey wicks. Scent notes are strawberry, cupcake, vanilla bean, and buttercream icing. I get the strawberry. It's subtle. I get the sweetness from the vanilla. It reminds me, it's not a 1-for-1 dupe, but it definitely reminds me of Strawberry Pound Cake from Bath & Body Works, which, from what I understand, is somewhat of a polarizing scent. People either love it, or they're bored of it, or they think it's childish. I think it's a great scent, but it doesn't excite me. And when I lamped this, I definitely got some of the jamminess from the strawberry, and you get the like sweetness from the vanilla, but I didn't get a strong sense of the buttercream. It wasn't like a rich vanilla. It was much more of a earthy vanilla bean, which is one of the scent notes. So I think the vanilla bean probably overpowers the buttercream. And then the strawberry just comes through as kind of a jam. Almost like if you had a vanilla cake and it was layered with strawberry jam, that's kind of what this smells like. So appropriate, scent notes match it, makes sense to me. I was able to pick up Strawberry Pound Cake for 75% off during SAS, so I'm probably going to send this one back because it's so similar that I don't need another one. Okay, so that one's Scooby-Doo, Be My Boo. The next one is Rub Bubbles. It's my favorite title of the bunch. And he's got a little bottle of bubbles that he's blowing into the shape of hearts. Again, just super cute. This one's also kind of a pinkish purple, almost a bubblegum pink. Not quite light enough to be bubblegum, but very close. Ropey wicks, white wax. Now this one, funny I mentioned bubblegum because it has Grape Bubblegum as a name next to it in parentheses. And the scent notes are candied grapes, confectioner's sugar, and vanilla cream. Now this one, y'all, I gotta say, I think this is a 1-for-1 dupe for the new Bath & Body Works Sweethearts line. Granted, I only have this in the single wick, so maybe the 3-wick smells different, but these scents are so similar. Yeah, you get the grape, and it's definitely a candied grape. It's not a vineyard grape or a fresh fruit grape. It doesn't have that like jammy sourness to it. Instead, it's very sweet, like a grape blow pop or a grape Jolly Rancher, a grape sweetheart, a grape Pez. So you get this really sugary, candy-ish grape, and then I get the confectioner's sugar, but for me, it comes through as a taffy note. This smells like grape taffy. And I did lamp it, and I feel like the grape comes through pretty strong. This was a powerhouse. It has quite the throw on it. But yeah, if I sniff these side by side, I don't even know if I can tell the difference. Yeah, I can't. This one might be a little more like powdery. You know how I feel like the sweethearts are kind of dusty. You might get more of a dustied note. Because this one is candied grape, sweet berry, and powdered sugar. Powdered sugar is confectioner's sugar, so I don't know. They're the same. Okay. Now, whether you decide which one to buy, this one was $8.95 in the recent $10 off candle sale, which is the only reason I bought it. Not a huge fan of it. It's good for Valentine's Day. I'm excited about the label. But for me, that's going to be a one and done. I'm not a huge fan. So if you like this one, though, this one's going to be cheaper because this one's on sale right now. I think it's $12.50 on Goose Creek, and you get the 3-wick instead of a single wick for $8.95, I think is what I paid. And also, this one's not reward eligible. I tried. It's $8.95, so of course, you can't use your reward on it. So if you like the Sweethearts from Bath & Body Works, Scooby-Doo, you like Scooby-Doo, I say go with the Goose Creek version or get one of each. I mean, I'm not here to discourage y'all from buying candles. I got no room to talk. I really like Kent from the Candle Channel. He's always like, put it in the bag, put it in the bag. And that's how I am. That's how I feel. Okay, we're up to 5. The 5th one we're going to talk about. This one is called Scooby Snack. And he's got a little, it looks like a heart cookie cake, or maybe it's just a heart cake with some frosting on it. This one is also pink. I think a truer pink, super light, kind of a girly or feminine pink. This one's the one with core wicks, so the wicks are a little bit different on this one. And I don't know, some people don't like core wicks. I actually don't mind core wicks. I feel like they burn cleaner and they have a tendency, you gotta trim them shorter sometimes because they burn really hot. But I don't mind the core wicks. So this one, the scent notes are warm sugar cookie, vanilla icing, and Scooby sprinkles. And it's also got in parentheses, sugar cookie snack. Again, this might be some sort of relabel if it's got that on there. Not a 1-for-1, but it does remind me a little bit of the Bridgerton Danbury shortbread candle from Bath and Body Works. The only distinction I can make out is that this one has, the Danbury shortbread has more of an almond note to it. You can, because this one's got, it literally says almonds. It smells like marzipan more to me. This one has all of the other notes of Danbury shortbread, but without the almond. Yeah, they're very, very similar. So if you like the Danbury shortbread, you would probably like this one as well. And this one is a pretty good throw. It's powerful. I put it on my lamp, and once it got to full wax pool, it was strong. Super sweet, but not cloying. It just smells like you're making sugar cookies. I don't know. I feel like I got a sense of like a jam note, but it doesn't have any fruit in it. So I don't know if that's the sprinkles. Maybe the sprinkles are supposed to be fruit scented or something. But super subtle. When I sniffed it warm, it kind of reminded me of like thumbprint cookies, like that kind of shortbread, butter cookie, which again smells a lot like the Danbury. Cheaper. Goose Creek is going to be your cheaper option if you like the Danbury shortbread. Plus, you get the fun Scooby-Doo label with the cookie, right? It's super cute. Very cute. Okay, and then the last one of the collection. This one is a 1-for-1 dupe, and many of you will be very excited. This one is called Rubs a Mystery. Love the label. It's blue. I'm a sucker for their blue labels. We all know already. Okay, white wax, ropey wicks. All right, y'all. Scent notes. Are you ready for this? Lavender latte, creamy vanilla froth, and caramel drizzle. This one also has an alternative name, Lavender Haze Latte. Any guesses on what this is a dupe for? You may be in love with this one. Pink Lavender Espresso. This is the White Barn version from Bath & Body Works. Y'all, these are the same candle. Like, is there an insider trading secrets? I can't tell the difference. This is a 1-for-1, absolutely same candle. I mean, not literally, because they're made by different companies, but they smell exactly the same. You get the earthiness from the lavender. It's not a sweet floral, it's an earthy floral. You get the coffee note from the espresso. This one says vanilla froth and caramel drizzle. I don't get a strong caramel note. Even when I warm it, it does have like a burnt note to it, but I think that's from the coffee or from the espresso notes in it. But if you lit this one and told me you were burning the pink lavender espresso from White Barn, I would believe you. I can't tell the difference. Difference is this one is a lot cheaper. Unless you got this one on SAS for 75% off, there might still be some lingering for the winter sale at Bath & Body Works. This is going to be a better price point. Plus, it's got the cuter label. I don't know, some people think these look like ultrasounds. I don't know what it looks like, but I would definitely prefer the Scooby-Doo over the White Barn label. Although I think they have a new neutrals one out. Is it pink? I don't remember the color, but they do have a new neutrals one out. But that one's full price. That one's going to be part of the new spring line. So if you like pink lavender espresso, get this one. And this one, it reminds me, I tell my husband this is his favorite scent from Bath & Body Works and now going to be his favorite scent from Goose Creek. I tell my husband this reminds me of my grandpa. There's something about the floral note in it that reminds me of his pipe. He used to smoke a pipe. And so you get it feels like the floral tobacco smell. And maybe that's a hint of that burnt note from the espresso or from the caramel. And then you get the coffee note. And it almost feels, I don't know if dusty is the right word, but I feel like I'm hugging my grandpa. I can smell his sweater, his coffee, and his tobacco when I burn this candle. My husband says it smells nothing like him. He's like, that makes no sense. But I also think, that speaks to what's called our somatic careers, right? What we smell is based off of our lived experience. It's based off our own personal histories with scent and memory. And so, to me, this smells like my grandpa, but to someone else, it just smells like a lavender latte. So if that's your jam, you love lavender, you like coffee or espresso notes, this is going to be a really good choice for you. Cheaper than Bath & Body Works, and it's a 1-for-1. Take my word for it. It smells exactly the same. That's the lineup, y'all. 6 candles. They're all still available. They're all on sale right now. I do want to announce, while I have your attention, that Goose Creek has also launched a couple of their new spring lines. They have their Aroma therapy candles they just launched. I want to say there's 10 of those that came out. I'm actually really interested in the one that has the cocoa note in it. I think it's cocoa and coffee or coffee and cocoa. And then they also launched their odor eliminating line, which I think there's 12 of those that came out. And they keep kind of reinserting candles from last spring into the mix, as well as wax melts if you're a wax melt fan. So I would say keep checking their website. They've had a couple of good sales recently, and they just are adding new or refreshed product, new labels, but old scents to the lineup all the time. If you're still watching and you appreciate this review and you want to see more, please hit the like and the subscribe button. Again, I've got that coffee research video coming out soon. I'm hoping to get that launched within probably the next week and a half or so. I'm going to give you a review of what I think are some of the best coffee candles that are out there right now. Both ones that smell like just black brewed coffee and others that smell more like lattes. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. And then I plan to publish a couple of individual candle reviews here and there in the next week or so. So there's more to come, and I hope that you stay tuned. Have a good night, everyone.